Hello there, fellow defenders of the Ark. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Frostwardens, episode 27, Kicking the Hive. A prime army. Prepare a while with an aurora. Who do we have here? Prime army. You guys don't have scary weapons. You have, interestingly, super bad range. I might be able to use their lack of range to my advantage. X-Gamer and Quantum, thanks for yet another gifted sub and the resub. So, Axios and Zeusin, I'm going to wake you up, have you each eat one meal, and then try to hit them. Now, as far as their cold goes, it's negative 60-ish. So, a few, 2-3 of them are going to really suffer hypothermia. The rest of them are somewhat tolerant. So I can't really rely on hypothermia to defend me here. So I'm going to plink at them with long-range weapons, also knowing that we have a door close by to be able to fall back into. And I just need to stay outside of their range while I plink at them. Yep. Bye-bye, eye. Alright, Axios got struck. Torso. He also got the kill. Fish, you are almost through the mining. I'm going to have Fish finish. He's a brawler, so it's not like he's going to be particularly useful in this fight, I don't think. Quantum, thank you for the bits as well. This is going pretty well. Their numbers are dwindling well before they even chose to raid us. Aw, man. I thought I pulled back in time. Got clipped. Ah, he was on go juice. No wonder he was refusing to go down. Alright, Fish, you are not through yet. The grenades the guys have? Grenades are dangerous, but, like, they're really low range. My concern, honestly, is Axios' move speed, as he's been shot in the femur. So I'm going to have him fall back. And they are coming in for their raid now, so I'm going to have Zeusin join the rest of them in the defense. So Zeusin and Axios, because you are the most hypothermic, you'll go to this room ready to spring into there, and Cardinal and Pierogi will be over here. Just in case they get through, I'm going to flip this door closed, but I don't think they're going to keep attacking this door for very long. Yeah, no, they gave up on that door fast. Okay, hypothermia is going away while we wait here, staging for the raid. And the one to be dangerous, Katarina here is the one with the frag grenades. So she is the high priority target once they come around the corner. I think we've probably lost enough of our hypothermia to use our longest range shooters for this area here. Chillian is chillin'. He's got his ear to the ground. He's, you know, a scout who's really bad at his job. Did you die of hypothermia too? Yes. Well, no, those are bruises from me. I could hypothetically afford to add another colonist, given we have an abundance of food, but I don't think I'm going to be doing that until we have our last one, Ray, formally join. That was incredibly rude. All right, the frag grenadier is coming up. I'm going to fall back to deeper into the defense. And I know that I have a wall burning. Something to be fixed soon. Okay, they're fleeing. Their frag grenadier is down. As is basically everyone else. In terms of med treatment needed, Fishpick, I'm going to have you 10 Zeusin, because Fishpick is trying to train to be a doctor. And then Axios is going to go finish off those that are down but not dead. So tough, depressive, tortured artist, body, motor, nervous. And then you are... Wow, oof. Okay, everyone's patched. And Fishpick should have... Yes. So he has mined completely through here. So at this point, we can start constructing this hallway. And then once the hallway's done, I'll lay down the cables. Yeah. Not bad. Pretty soon will be the cotton harvest. It's 99% grown. That should help out a lot as well. Oh, Axios got diseased. Fishpick, go preach health. Axios, you will go bed rest. And also maybe tend to him too. No, go bed rest. Tend with no, I'm going to do herbal. Preach health should do a lot of the work, I imagine. Now, the only other problem that we're going to have is if Axios is down as a result of illness. You know what? I think I'm going to have him harvest everything. Really? A brownout? So odd. Because of a lack of wood. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I'll have Axios harvest everything, and then I can put someone else on grow while he bed rests. So everyone else can be highest priority growing. Because the harvest is really what uses the farming skill, the planting skill. The rest doesn't really matter. Oh, these are the doors. That makes sense. Well, we sowed very, very, very little. There was an attempt. 4 hours of fuel. It's not much. It will allow the battery to get topped back up, though. And Cardinal just got a Go Frenzy. So we have... Oh, Zeuson's Go Frenzy's over. And Axios needs medical tending. So Fishpick, that's you. As far as his infection goes, he is 42 over 62. He is doing just fine. So the door for this will be like here, maybe? And this will be the iron zone. Good, everything's sewn. So, for tattered apparel, what do we got? Sir Cardinal, you have tattered pants and soon to be tattered bandana. Axios, you've got tattered tribal wear. And you have tattered parka. Let's do the parka first. It's the most expensive. And then we'll do, like, we're eventually replacing everyone with travel wear. And, Fishpick is trying to keep the lights on. Now that everything's been sewn, I can take everyone off the high priority. Yep, there's the brownout again. Hard to avoid, because we were mining through here to get to the iron, so Fishpick wasn't going for wood. We don't really have a surplus of it. Does the lamp light through walls? It does not, no. Does... Oh, you are getting hypothermic too. Shoot. Cardinal is really far away from heat, which is a bit of a problem. And is already getting frostbitten. Psychic Soothe male. Yeah, she is sprinting, but she might lose a toe as a result of going out here building. And I think what I'll do in this case is halt this construction for a bit to solve our heating problems so that we don't end up losing more toes. I could add a heater to this room, which would be ideal. So to that end, I will spend what little steel that I have to add another heater here and then reinstall it up there so that we don't lose toes. Yo, Fishpick, stop leaving the drill, man. We need that wood. Oh my god. Stop flicking the switch. I'm gonna shoot you myself. What switch, anyway? Oh, this switch. Okay, you kept your toes. I am surprised. I could reinstall the full battery, but I'd rather just fix the brownout. It's easier. By getting Fishpick out to where he should be working. Alright, Axios is back on his feet. Awesome. With the woods being resupplied, I can turn on the sun lamp again. Zeuson's working on the parka. And we are in the net positive for power. Not by much. But yeah. Okay. Cardinal. When you're out here, you will install the heater there. And that will allow for whoever is building this to have a warm room close by. Now, the only other problem that we're going to have is it will put the iron on the same physical power network as the steel or the coal. So I'll probably need extra switches to separate out the coal mining and the iron mining so that they are on, so that I can turn them on and off remotely. Which uses even more components that I don't really want to part with, but, you know, oh well. How close are you, Ray? It's chipping away, slowly. Your needs are being met a little bit better. And the heating here is good enough that, yeah, alright, we can get back to iron. Perfect. Our parka's done. Zeuson's gonna wear that. Next up will be 2 tribal wear. If we have the materials. I don't... we only have materials for 1. Or even 1? No. So we'll have to wait on that. Cardinal got an infection from frostbite. Okie dokie. It was not tended to. That's mostly my fault. And fish pick can go... I don't really want to use the medicine, but I'm going to. Okay, now that we've tended that, Dr. Care no meds for everything else, so we don't burn through our herbal supply with a non-infection. And then back to herbal. And Preach Health is on a 23-hour cooldown, so I should have it again for Cardinal. Actually, no, I can't preach to Cardinal. Cardinal's the wrong ideology. I take it back. We're going to have another brownout, unless we get another portion of wood. Okay, now that we're having, like, recurring brownouts, I suppose I will reinstall the other battery, so that I don't have to sweat it as frequently. But fish pick has basically no greater priority other than to be mining. And Axios can hit him with another work drive, and that should help out a lot as well. So now he's work driven. Ooh. That was unexpected. So we have an infestation. Buggers. The ambient temperature is colder than what the bugs can withstand. What I can do for the future is to set the coolers here to, like, let's say negative 20 Celsius. So it takes the edge off of hypothermia, but is still too cold for bugs to spawn. So what's going to end up happening here, they're going to, like, chip away and mess with the room. But hypothermia will start to set in. So in that case, I'm going to open up a valid path for them. So that they can attack us. And they're going to attack us pathing through our kill box. So ones, yeah, they might chase us a little bit, but that's fine. I suppose if we want to eat insect meat, that's nutrients. Or are they catching me? Let's lay down some cover fire. I don't really want to be caught. Fish pick, I'm probably going to need you here. This was a miscalculation. Okay, now we put enough room between us. We'll just keep moving. Alright, this door is going to be slammed shut. And hopefully they'll start succumbing to frostbite. Wow, look at where they turned around. Alright, in this case, I am going to be behind our walls for a bit. And I will include this area behind the walls, because technically it is. There's a complete set of walls all the way out here. So we'll be able to, we'll be allowed to continue to wood deep drill. But we're not going to go anywhere else. And fish pick, go tend. So mega spiders cannot withstand anything below -40. It's currently -64. So this is a problem that will self-correct over time, as they will die off due to hypothermia. I just have to be patient for them to succumb to it. I wanted to mess with them so that they didn't damage my room so much. The heater's still technically intact. Because if they're preoccupied with chasing me, they're not, like, destroying things. And this one is already hypothermic slowdown. And what will end up happening is they will go into, a hypothermic coma. And once they're in the coma, I can go hunt them. Yeah, the bugs will flip out, but there is a valid path into the base, so when they flip out, if they... Normally what happens, if you're wondering, is that spellipedes and megascarabs have less cold tolerance. So when they do flip out, they flip out as a result of spellipedes and megascarabs going unconscious, and then the mega spiders, who are more cold resilient, ends up attacking you. But in this case, I think they're all just going to get conked roughly at the same time. Because their hypothermic slowdown is moderate. Yeah, they're all basically going to lose consciousness at the same time. Which is, I guess, convenient. Alright, Zeus, and you can go back to research. The bugs don't hibernate. They lose consciousness as a result of being too cold. They will eventually die. But a special biological state used by some creatures to survive extreme cold. Instead of trying to stay warm, the creature's body chemistry adapts to prevent internal freeze despite very low temperature. Bodily functions are slowed and capacities are reduced, but the cold doesn't know permanent damage. Some biologists call it a wakeful form of hibernation. And Ray is down to 24%. I think it is time for another session to be called. So here is session number 13. The stalwarts propose that everyone gain individual bedrooms. Now that we're starting to be able to heat our base and get building materials, they think that that would be smart. The pilgrims offer a different suggestion. Build 2 barracks, 1 for pilgrims, 1 for stalwarts. That would, as a consequence, potentially break up couples, but so be it. The stalwart compromise. Stalwarts get individual bedrooms, and pilgrims get a nicer barracks. And then the pilgrim compromise. Pilgrims, both factions get barracks, but stalwarts get a nicer one. You can defer or abstain. And again, worth reminding you all that if you self-assign stalwarts or self-assign pilgrims, you should not be voting across the aisle. So if you're a stalwart, don't vote Pilgrim or Pilgrim Compromise. And if you're a Pilgrim, don't vote Stalwart and Stalwart Compromise. And the entire information about how to participate is in Twitch commands. So you can read this at any time. In the details command. All right, it seems to me like this measure is going to pass for stalwarts. So, as a result, the stalwarts will get individual bedrooms, right? And the pilgrims will get a nicer barracks for whatever pilgrims there are left. So that's basically, at the moment, would be Ferrari would get a barracks because he's the only pilgrim that wouldn't be in a nicer bedroom. That's a future project, obviously, but that's going to be the next project after we hit the iron node. So it's in the works. All right, there we go. Extreme hypothermic shutdown. Hitting these guys. So they're not going to be able to move. And then Fishpick can just, like, go and kill them. So I'm just waiting for the Spellipede. Yeah, there we go. All right. Maybe not Fishpick, because Fishpick is mining. So I'll have Axios clear this out. Oh, and Preach Health isn't even needed. The infection's already cleared. To avoid freezing to death, we'll turn the heater back on. And everybody is now unrestricted again. Threat's cleared. I just need to clear the hives. But it does offer up insect jelly as a potential meal source as well. I think probably best to be reserved, for moods. So what I'm going to do here is NPM is for everybody. And I'll eat insect jelly when moods are really low. Because insect jelly isn't a drug, it's just a really nice food. It does have food poisoning risk, so it's like not without its own risks for consumption, but certainly better than nothing. The question for you guys is, and this is an extra poll, should we butcher the insects for meat? It's worth noting that nobody in our ideology wants to eat, neither side wants to eat insect meat. But it would be hypothetically possible to turn the insect meat into fine meals to negate some of the penalties, which would be a follow-up poll. But at least the infestation's cleared. So there's that. And now we'll just be a little bit more careful about inviting infestations so that it's not cold enough within our... So you know what I might do? I'll just smooth a bigger area. Didn't I deconstruct the stove? I did. Yes. We could also butcher the insects for meat and feed it through the NPM, too. Or use the campfire with coal. There's a bunch of different solutions here, right? We could cook it through simple meals or something. It'll be up to you guys. Once the polls close. Either way, it might be worth putting animal corpses, including insect corpses, here. Once we're done. Trashman, thank you for the sub. And we are powering up the base. Nice. 19 hours. I might put lights. I might change where the lights are rather than this hallway to use them in our rec barracks. At least we don't need a freezer for the meat. That is true. Absolutely no need for that. I'm going to convert 2 more of these benches over to cotton. As it looks like we have a bit of a surplus of food. And we're going to be, as you guys voted yes, getting even more food. Now, the next consideration. Should we, should the insect meat just be for NPM? Otherwise, we could cook it. So there's going to be a lot of follow-up questions here. Alright, these doors that were forced open can be closed now. Just might not even close some of these. And Cardinal's back out here working. We're about halfway through spring. For reference. Now, it's also worth noting, hypothetically, Fishpick and Cardinal could use this room as a bedroom. Stalwarts did win. Oh, and also, I forgot to mention, due to the Stalwarts win, Pilgrims are now disenfranchised yet again. So, the Stalwart win has had some negative consequences already. There we go. It's a slightly impressive bedroom. Zeus and Anaxios has their own bedroom, and Pierogi has his own barracks, quote-unquote. So, technically speaking, that last poll for individual bedrooms for the Stalwarts and then barracks for the Pilgrim has been fulfilled, but, like, only sort of technically. I acknowledge. Alright, Pierogi, you just ate some insect jelly. Cardinal is roofing up that section. You guys are pretty split. If I have to flip a coin, I flip a coin, I guess. Okay, coin flipping time. Heads is NPM only. Tails is we potentially cook. It is heads. So the insect jelly will be... the insect meat, rather, will be exclusively for nutrient paste. The other issue that we have is I don't exactly have the materials for a butcher table at the moment. So I'm probably going to want to wait. But it's not like the corpses are going to do anything bad, right? They can sit here. They're not going to spoil. Inspired Recruit. That'll be really useful if Ray would convert soon, because we could instant recruit. We're up to 2 days of fuel. Oh, corpse stockpile. So, everybody except for Axios should not go into the corpse area. I just made that fix. That's probably part of the bad mood. I should install that battery again? Probably, yeah. Now, the tomb area is going to suffer as a result of having all these corpses here. So that's like another problem that we're potentially going to be faced with. Kind of unpleasant environment. Alright, as long as mood stays ahead, we won't have another mental break switching sides. The iron node is almost done. And once that project's done, we'll smooth out the rest of the floors, clean up the floors, build a few tiles and the like, and we'll start being able to have all the potential resources for steelmaking, which would be amazing. Because I do have a lot of components. I don't want to start burning through the components by doing a lot of hydro basins, but we do have a lot of components. We just don't have the steel. So once we have more steel, I can consider like adding heaters and the like, so that the base is a lot more tolerable temperature-wise, which would be huge. No, the only other problem that we have is a lack of limestone, and that's just due to lack of hauling. So as soon as my stalwarts and pilgrims are idle, or have nothing better to do than to haul limestone chunks, they'll make more progress. Can we soon recruit a refugee? I don't know. Depends on ideology conversions. That's what it's waiting on. Ray is close to being converted, but 19% can take a while. The other thing that we could potentially do here is to build a roof over here. Well, actually, that wouldn't really make any difference. Ray is, at the moment, a pilgrim and doesn't care about the cold. So never mind. And the last thing we'll need here is the hidden conduit that goes out to iron, which is like just about all of the remaining steel that we have. The other thing I wanted is 2 separate power switches. So we'll have one for the coal and one for the iron. So I can turn them off independently, which means this switch is not so useful anymore. This is like a kill switch for both. Which is fine. Almost 3 days of fuel. That's a relief compared to where we were at the start of the stream, I think. Pretty major difference. Multi-analyzers, well, it's not quite done, but it's getting closer. So even with the doors forced open, it's... I mean, we're not in winter temperatures, but one heater is keeping up with preventing hypothermia within this room. with the doors like completely wide open. And those will double insulate the room. Deep drills do not generate heat, no. So we were not going to be able to rely on the drills themselves. All right, soon we'll have to do another batch of rice. Or rice meals, paste. Let's have Zeus and do that now. $100 meals, plus a little bit more rice up here. So I think even with 5 benches dedicated towards cotton, that's fine. And we did do 1 cotton harvest, so we'll be able to make 1 tribal wear off of it. Some botched harvest on cotton, though. I don't like seeing that, but that's due to eyeball damage for Axios. Stands to reason, once I have the means to make steel and components, and I get mined plasteel and gold for advanced components, pushing towards bionics to fix a lot of our health problems would be quite wise. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Frostwardens, which originally streamed live on Twitch February 23rd. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Frostwardens.